Welcome, Solancha. For any who haven't watched the show before, welcome to Rooster's Garage. I'm just some dipshit in the shed that likes messing around with my bikes when I have a bit of time. The videos don't come out of this channel consistently or regularly, just when I have the time to do something or if I'm bored enough. But today's video is going to be centered around this here 1997 Harley Davidson Heritage Classic. I own this bike a little over a year and a half, and I've done some work to it in the last year and a half. One of the things I've done is changed out the carburetor. I put a Mikuni carb on it. Since the bike's been on the road, it's only been on the road probably a little over a month, maybe a bit more. She's done about 1,000 k's since I've got it on the road, give or take. But what she's doing now on me, or she's doing it from the start, she seems till on the deacceleration, so when you're slowing down to come into smaller towns around the 50 zones, she doesn't like that low end speed, and the carburetor seems to backfire a bit and spit at you. So I think she's running a little bit lean. So today's video, I'll just be pulling out the spark plugs, having a look at them, and then I'll pull off the carburetor. I'm aiming to raise the needle tonight on the carburetor. Today I had a few runs on the bike messing around with the air mixture screw. Helped a little, not a lot. So I'm going to raise the needle tonight and see how we go. The reason I'm doing this this week is I'm going to the Bombala bike show this Saturday. So I want to have the bike running right for the show. Just, I'm not entering the bike into the running. It's just, it's going to be a big day's riding for me. It's going to be close to 600-700 k's in the day. So I just want to make sure the bike is going as close to as best as possible. So I will go get the spark plugs out. I'll not film it. I don't think there's any point. I think you know how to take out spark plugs. But once I have them out, we'll take a quick look at them. And then after that, we'll chat about taking the carburetor out. So I've got the spark plugs out. I don't know if you can see them there. They actually look pretty good. From the look of the spark plugs, they don't look to be running rich or lean. So I don't know what to do now, to be honest. I don't want to mess too much with the carburetor until have problems that are not there. There obviously is a problem, but what the problem is, I'm not 100% sure of now. I was kind of hoping I'd take them out and they would look like they were running lean, but they actually look pretty good to me. I could be wrong. I'm not a mechanic by no means. So the question is now, do I still go ahead, take the carburetor out and raise the needle, or what do I do next? So I'm going to have a think about that one. And I used to know I'm living in Australia. One of the great things about living in Australia, you can get bit by things, and someone has bit me on the fucking up in here. 2 bite marks there. And I don't know if you can tell, but the whole side of my face is now swollen. So yay! What to do next? I'm probably gonna pause the video here again and have a little bit of a think. I'm not sure. See, here's a bit, if you can see this needle there. I don't know if you can see it. It's this needle here. There seems to be a little bit of slack in that before it hits that, so that could be part of my problem. So I might just have to screw this in to bring this forward. I did mess around with the air breather screw, like I said earlier. It did help a bit. So I did screw it back to where it was. So I think next, I know next what I'm going to do. I'm going to put spark plugs back in. I'm going to start the bike, and I'm going to see if that little bit of twist before it hits that actually revs the bike or what it does. And if it doesn't, I will screw that down till it's touching that, or a little bit of weight on it, and see where we go from there. But give me a few minutes, I will be back. So what I've done is I read the manual a bit there, just around the air mixture screw. So from factory it's supposed to be set 2 turns out. So I set it the full way in. It seemed to go in 2 1/4 turns. So what I've done is I've turned it back out 2 full turns. So that's in 1/4 from where it was originally set, which when I did move it in 1/4 it helped a bit, and then I went in a 1/2 turn and it was just the same, you know. So I've actually set it now at 2. Also the accelerator pump, that little rod I was showing you in there, so this little rod here, in the manual it said there should be a 2 mm gap between the white plastic part and the top of that. And this here, before I started messing with that screw, there was about a 5 mm gap. So I've brought it in, but I've went closer, and I've got it touching it. The reason I've done that is this bike here. So this is, if you haven't seen the channel before, that is my 99 Fat Boy. It is got the twin cam motor in it. So the black one is the Evo motor. This has the twin cam motor. But if you look in there in this Mikuni carb, it's hard to see in the dark. I'll grab a torch, make life a bit easier maybe. But I don't know if you can see that really well, but it's touching there. So I've put that one touching as well. It's just ever so slightly touching. As I say, the only way I can really figure out if it's worked or not is take the bike for test runs. Unfortunately, it's a bit late over here, so I don't want to be going out annoying my neighbours, running around to get in top operating temperature, and then I kind of do need to get out and get her up to speed and then bring her down to stop, and that's when she starts to mess around. So tomorrow, when I get back from work tomorrow, I'll take her for a spin, warm her up and test her out, see what she does, and hopefully touch a bit of wood, that is the problem sorted, and see how we go from there. The reason I don't want to raise the needle now is just when I looked at them spark plugs, the spark plugs to me, who's not a mechanic by any means, it actually does look like she's not running lean or running rich. So I know messing with that air screw is kind of contradicting what I'm saying. I'm probably messing with the pump is probably contradicting what I'm saying, but I think it's just ever so slightly out that's causing that for me. I don't think it's a lot. As I say, if I ride her normally, or if I'm riding at normal speeds, she's fine. If I take off, she doesn't splutter taking off or anything. It's just when you're slowing down, it's when she does it. If I slow down and I drive it like I'm driving a semi-truck and you give her the big dirty revs slowing down, she doesn't do it. So that was what made me think she'd run on lead and starving herself. But we'll know more tomorrow after the test run. So hopefully, all fingers crossed, that should be the problem solved. So I think I'm going to wrap the video here for tonight. And tomorrow when you see me, I'll give you an update tomorrow before I upload this, but I will be wearing different clothes. So see how we go. Day 2. I took the bike out for a test run there after messing around with all that shit last night. The bike went really well. I done about 30-ish Ks on the bike, so not a lot of Ks, but just a few. I varied the speed, and the problem used to be when I let off the power and it'd be deceleration. So when you're trying to ride in around the towns and you're dicking around between second and third is normally when she gave the issues. Or if you're on the highway and you're slowing down to turn off, that's when she'd give the issues, like if you're coming up to a roundabout or anything. So I took her around a few of the streets here, around stuff like that, and she never missed a beat the whole time. She absolutely perfect the whole time. So I don't know if that was just a pure fluke or what we done last night actually worked. So last night all we done was we read the manual and we screwed the air mixture screw in fully, and then we screwed it out 2 turns, which left it about a quarter of a turn less than it was originally set. And then we adjusted the plastic thing that pushes the accelerator pump rod down. So the manual says 2 mil above that. It was about 6-7 mil above it, and I screwed it down, and I've actually rested it on it and then screwed it down probably a quarter of a turn more just to leave a little bit of pressure on it. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing to be doing, but it seemed to have cured the problem. Hope so. Time will tell. This run on Saturday will be a big test for her, so we'll see if she dicks around on it. If any of these guys that are watching this actually are good with Mikuni carbs or had these issues before, please feel free to drop a comment and tell me what I've done is, if it's right or wrong, a waste of time, or is there a better solution? Should have lifted the needle. I was originally intending lifting the needle, as I said last night, but the reason I didn't is when I pulled out the spark plugs and they actually looked to be in good order, which yet again I could be wrong about that. I'm just going off the limited knowledge that I have on it. So if any of you know better, please feel free to drop a comment. And I think that's it. So this weekend she's going to go to Bombala. It's on the 18th of November. So we plan to ride down early Saturday morning, come home again Saturday evening. So it's going to be a big day riding. It's going to be somewhere between 600-700 k's. So it should be a good run and a good test for her. And it'll be good. Like, I've only got the bike. If you haven't watched the video, I probably said it in last night's video, but she's only on the road a little over a month, so this will be the first decent big day she gets, so should be good. Looking forward to it. Should be fun. So if any's liked this video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. And cheers, see you later. Bye.